For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 20 of the Southampton series here on FIFA 18. There are 5 games to go in the Premier League season. We face Chelsea to start with, they're currently 5th, then Bournemouth, who are currently 7th, then Everton, who are 10th, followed by tomorrow Leicester, who are 11th, and Manchester City, who are 3rd. So, we're not playing anyone that's around us. But that might be a blessing in disguise. Of course, recently we've played Watford, who are 16th, and Swansea, who are now 12th, and lost to them both. We've actually been giving the teams around us points. It might be a good thing that we're not playing anyone around us. That, if anything, they're going to be playing other teams that are near the top, or even they'll be playing each other around in the bottom and take points off each other, which could in turn help us. I don't know how many points I'm going to need to survive at this stage. Still waiting for Stoke to play Tottenham in their game in hand, praying that Tottenham win that. Currently 2 points outside the relegation zone, and crucially have better goal difference than Stoke. So at least one other side around us we have better goal difference than. I'm going to try my absolute best to pick up as many points as possible in these final 5 games, and if we can avoid relegation, great. If we do get relegated, then we will have to take that on the chin and fight back in the Championship next season. I know quite a few of you actually are secretly hoping that I do actually get relegated with Southampton, and I'm going to try my absolute best to avoid that. But it is a genuine possibility. Our managerial rating, though, is still 77. So I don't think there's any risk of us getting sacked. I don't think. Domestic success, they just want us to finish mid-table and want us to finish in the top 4 within 3 seasons. Which technically, if I get relegated, I could still do. So I don't know what's going to happen with regards to the board. I don't know what's going to happen with regards to anything, to be completely honest. I might try and appease the board by doing one of the youth development things. It says, grow one academy player by at least 10 overall points as soon as they've grown, play them in 5 matches. Now, I just want to check, actually, how much has our young centre-back grown by so far this season? Where are you? Harris has grown by 12, and he's played 5 games. So, maybe it needs to be 5 games played whilst he's been plus 10 better than he was. So, I'm going to play him a couple of times if I can. Oh, maybe I'll just bring him off the bench for like the last 2 minutes, just to ensure that it counts as a game played. So what I'll actually do is, you know what, I'm going to take Dusan Tadic out from there, because he can play at CDM, Harris. So that will be where I'll employ him. And, I can't believe I'm this close to potentially being relegated. This has never happened in a series to me before. It's completely brand new territory. I am enjoying it, but it's so incredibly frustrating at the same time. Because of my success in other series, I don't understand why with this Southampton side, it's so much more difficult than I found it. Yes, I had a super team at Chelsea and a super team at Roma, but at the same time, this side isn't the worst. I just can't do anything with it. The last time we played Chelsea, I got embarrassed. They wiped the floor with me last time we played them. I'm desperately hoping to avoid that this time around, but I have no idea what's going to happen. So we just have to hope for the best. Chelsea, then Bournemouth, then Everton. And we may know at the end of today's episode what our future is, or it could go down to the final 2 games tomorrow. We will find out. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There'll be another Road to Glory Wimbledon episode later on this evening. And hopefully we can continue good progress in that series. But I can't concentrate on anything other than Southampton right now. As expected, 5 at the back for Chelsea. Bakayoko, Fabregas and Kante in the midfield with Morata and Hazard as a front 2, which will be interesting to play against. Zappacosta on the right, not Moses. A weak bench for them as well, actually, but very strong starting 11, so that's the most important thing for them, I guess. Lamina into Quincy Promes. In there to James Ward-Prowse. Charlie Austin through to James Ward-Prowse. Hit this early because Marcos Alonso is right near me, but he gets the block in. We'll take the corner. James Ward-Prowse delivers. It's a good delivery. Charlie Austin's not necessarily close enough to that, and it'll be headed away. Now, if I can keep this in, we might be able... Oh, never mind. Zappacosta on the run. He's going to have the legs on Lamina. He's still coming forward. Here's Zappacosta. Davide, stop it. Back to Kante, out to Morata, Zappacosta, Hazard, Bakayoko, and Nana saves. That would have been a great move. Well, it was a great move. It would have been a great goal to go onto the back of it. But luckily for me, Bakayoko kicked that straight to the keeper. Oh, was it 5-1, I think, when we played Chelsea last time? So we have some... Ooh, that's a good turn. Aspi gets it off him. We have some blushes to spare, if we can, this time around. We were able to struggle to, but get a point against Arsenal in the last game yesterday. Although, to be fair, I did hit the post 3 times, so I could have won that game. Chelsea is a completely different test, though. And they did hammer me last time, but we were able to get 2 draws against Arsenal this season, so we avoided defeat against the red half of North London. Charlie Austin could shoot here, but Aspi steps in to take the ball away from him after a poor touch. And I think it's 5 or 6 games now in a row without a goal for Charlie Austin. He's really in a bit of a goal drought, and at this time of the season, with the league position being as dire as it is, I really need him to start firing again, and right now he isn't, but I'm still more confident with him up top than I would be with Nolo Gabbiadini, so I'm continuing to play Charlie Austin. I could try Quincy Promise through the middle again, maybe, and I might do that against perhaps Bournemouth or Everton, but things just aren't clicking for me in the final third right now. I might get a little bit lucky now. Aspi's gifted me possession there. Get that out here to Quincy Promise. And on the overlap is Cedric. And he's driven around the outside beautifully. And I'll stand this up into the middle. And Charlie Austin is there, but the header, whilst accurately down towards the corner, is into the hands of the keeper. Big ball floated forward. Morata just brushes the defender to the floor. I'll step in there with Mayoshi and take that away from Eden Hazard. Get it wide left, looking for Buffal eventually. And it will work its way out to him. Turn Cesc Fabregas with a nice McGeady spin. Go to Charlie Austin, then to James Ward-Prowse. Hopefully Charlie will go again, which he has, but he's got defenders all around him. But here's Sofiane Buffal with a left-footed effort. Oh, strike from Sofiane Buffal! Chelsea 0, Southampton 1. I still don't think I'll win it, but it gives me a better chance of drawing. Lovely finish from Sofiane Buffal. He had a drilled effort in yesterday's episode that unfortunately wasn't able to help get us a result, but that, firing it into the far top corner, is a great goal. Big, big goal for our relegation fight, that one.
Actually used today, now that this rain is coming down, might have to change what they originally started with.
Yeah, and I think sometimes with the lads wearing
Prowse to Lamina. Across
it
to Ryan Bertrand. Turns nicely. Get it in there to Lamina, to Charlie Austin. Nice spin. Use your strength, Charlie. Oh, we got a free kick. I didn't think that was a foul, to be honest. I think I went for the shot, and Aspi just stepped in. It's a good position for a free kick. Can we do anything with it? The wall looks tiny when Quincy Promise has such a long run up, but I'm going to try bend this into that top left-hand corner. Now, can we do it? Oh, maybe no. Thibaut Courtois gets across to it well. If I could have gotten a 2-0 lead, then that would put me in a really good position to get a draw, because I'm certain that I'm not going to keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. They scored 5 against me last time. It is only a matter of time until they score again. So in there to Eden Hazard. Driving forward. Oh, I mistimed that challenge. And here's Alvaro Morata. Yoshida can't get there. Morata. Told you it was only a matter of time before Chelsea scored. On his left foot, Alvaro Morata fires Chelsea back level. Into Lamina. Through the gap there to Charlie Austin. Back to Romeu. Promise. On the outskirts will be Cedric. It's a good run. Charlie Austin is there on the penalty spot. And I'll cross it towards him. Charlie. Courtois comes to punch. That could very well have been 2-1 right on the brink of half-time. But unfortunately, Thibaut got there. Promise. Ward-Prowse. Back to Promise. Desperate not to lose this game at the very least. Charlie trying to shoot here. Courtois with a good save. David Luiz just would not leave him be. We will take the corner. I'm tempted to take it short, but I will whip it in. Prowse delivers. Underneath that is Lamina, I think, actually, was the one that got the final touch on it. It drops to Wesley Hurt, of all people. I just go backwards to keep possession. Bertrand across here to Yoshida, and in there to Cedric. James Ward-Prowse is in a good position here. We didn't get a good touch, and then a finish. Could have done something. Who's going to win this header? Buffal, hopefully. No, it's Zappacosta that gets underneath it, and Chelsea will clear their lines. Just 6 minutes into the second half here. At half-time, Stoke were winning 1-0 against West Ham. So if we draw this, that would bring Stoke back level on points with us, but we would still be above them on goal difference. Oh! Yes! He's onside! 2-1 Southampton! Oh, just as I'm explaining why we'd be level on points with Stoke, with them still having that game in hand, somehow I've been able to get a second. I tried to feed that through. Charlie Austin didn't get his shot off, but it dropped to James Ward-Prowse, who smacked it off David Luiz. Callum's off the woodwork, and Boufal is there. A second for Sofiane Boufal, a second for us. We lead again. Oh, this is so tense. Taylor Crossdale driving forward for Chelsea here. Kante to Bakayoko. Hazard. Looks as if he was going to... Oh, side netting. Looks as if he was going to jink inside on his right side. Just hesitated with the challenge. And then he kept going. Just there. You see the little off-the-ball dribble? It really caught me out. Thankfully, the 1-2 with Alonso, whilst the 1-2 works, the shot wasn't good enough. We still lead by 2-1 with half an hour to play. Christensen with a big switch out here to Marcus Alonso. Cedric just trying to marshal him well enough and then step in when the ball breaks free. And a dodgy touch from Marcus Alonso lets me do that. I'll go Charlie Austin first, then look for James Ward-Prowse, but David Luiz in the way. It was in the way previously with Charlie Austin, but it still led to our goal. Hopefully him being in the way this time doesn't lead to them scoring, which it hasn't, because we've still got the ball. I'm going to shoot from distance with Charlie Austin! Oh, so close to a 3-1 lead. Zappa Costa going off. Victor Moses coming on. No, number 19 is LC Husai, formerly of Napoli. Really good right back. Will be a real problem for me on that right-hand side. Now, do I make a change? Do I make a change? No, I'm going to leave it as is for now. Things are going well so far. Don't change a winning side, Ches. Romeo across to Cedric. To Quincy Promes. Back to Oriol Romeo. Into Ward-Prowse to Lamina. Through the gap there to Charlie Austin, but I've lost it. Cesc Fabregas doing the defensive dirty work. Bakayoko and Taylor Crossdale linking up, but Lamina's got the strength on Taylor Crossdale. I presume he's just a youth prospect. But I don't know why they're playing him in a game like this, to be honest. This is the sort of game that they should be getting 3 points in when they're pushing for a top 4 / potential title finish. But James Ward-Prowse, could have finished the game off for us there, but he hits the bar. He's so unlucky, James Ward-Prowse. If you count the twice he hit the post in the game against Arsenal as well, he could have had 3 goals in 2 of the most important games of our season in today and yesterday's episodes. Unbelievably unlucky for James Ward-Prowse. If they go at the other end now and score themselves, I'll be livid, but we've been able to clear it away, and Charlie Austin's hold-up play is still very good, despite the fact he's not necessarily scoring goals. If he can still be of use to the team, I don't know what the defender's doing there, but apparently the referee didn't deem that a foul. Oh, and then the pass is terrible. Don't you even think about it, Eden. If Charlie Austin can... If Charlie Austin can still be of use to me... I don't like this at all. At all. Taylor Crossdale. Saved by Nana. God, my heart is in my throat. Nice ball to Hazard. Out wide to Taylor Crossdale. Eden Hazard's there again. We did foul Taylor Crossdale. Here's N'Golo Kante into Bakayoko. It's 2-2. Of all people to pop up in the centre forward position, it's Timu Bakayoko. In the 84th minute, he's off to celebrate with his manager. Oh, I could really have done with a win in this, but I could really have done with them actually just taking the foul on Taylor Crossdale. I probably would have stood a better chance of defending that than from open play. I need to hold on for this point. I need to hold on for this point. There's Pete. Down the line into Kante. Got an option down the line himself. Cedric stepped in there and nearly won the ball back. Fabregas out wide to Marcus Alonso. Back to N'Golo Kante. I really just cannot afford to concede a third. Romeo trips there as he's taking the ball away from N'Golo, but it's just wasted some time. How many minutes are added on? 2 minutes. That isn't long at all. Can we hold on for what would be a vital point in our relegation battle? Husai inside here to Bakayoko. I don't like this. N'Golo Kante still coming forward. Taylor Crossdale to Bakayoko. I've tackled him. It's dropped to Christensen. Off the bar. Marcus Alonso. It has shattered the opposition. Oh, can I be any more unlucky? 10 minutes to go, I'm 2-1 up. With what will be the last touch of the game. Chelsea beat me again. Oh, boys. That is a big nail in our relegation coffin. A massive nail in our relegation coffin. I just have to hope that West Ham pulled it around against Stoke. It was 1-0 to West Ham at the break. How important is James Ward-Prowse's bar hit now? Stoke won by 3-1. Watford won as well, but Huddersfield lost. But they're already in the relegation zone. Burnley drew. I think that puts us 18th. We'll check. It does. Puts me 18th. Oh, I can't believe it. I am absolutely devastated that I've lost that game. I'm so unused to being in this position that I don't quite know how to react. I guess the only thing I can do is go and beat Bournemouth. Some good news is that Manolo Gabbiadini has been sold. He's going back from whence he came, back to Napoli for £24.5 million, 20 million of which will be allocated to my transfer budget in the next window, which will be, of course, at the beginning of the new season. So we're actually going to have quite a sizable budget next year, I believe. But what league will we be using that budget in? I have absolutely no idea. The league table, as it stands, I'll show you again. We've played 34 games now. Everyone else has played an extra game. If I win, I can go 16th. But we are now 2 points from safety. I can't afford to lose. I can't afford to lose ground. I need to win. Oh, Jesus Christ. I cannot cope with this pressure. 4-4-1-1 for Bournemouth, as expected. Callum Wilson actually sat behind Jermaine Defoe rather than the other way around. I would have thought they'd have put the taller player further up top, but they're going with big man, little man. We'll see if it works. Oh, huge spawn bag. Andrew Sermon fires that against the midfielder. Here's Dan Gosling. Out to Sebastian Young, playing at Bournemouth now. Junior Stanislas on the right-hand side. Jermaine Defoe turns brilliantly. Stanislas with a heavy touch gets inside the box. Jermaine Defoe, good block by Lamina. Keeper will get there and keep it in, crucially. I keep forgetting that Anana doesn't have a very good throw on him. I'm going to have to remember that because it's going to cause me some problems at a later date, I'm sure of it. Get that to James Ward-Prowse. Promise will continue his run and we'll play him in. I want him to just run onto it rather than try and take a touch, but try a turn. Oh, Quincy Promes, what a run and goal this would be! Quincy Promes! That is world class. A moment of genius from Quincy Promes. One of the best individual goals of the season. Is it one that gives us 3 points against Bournemouth? There's still a long way to go, but a perfect start. What a ball by Jermaine Defoe. Carvalho here, Cedric with him. Gets a block on it, it'll be a corner to Bournemouth. Got a couple of good players there really. Nathan Ake there in the box. Got good jumping whilst not being the tallest. Sermon with the delivery. Ake was underneath that, but it was the defender that won the ball. Junior Stanislas runs into someone. Stanislas has his shot blocked. There's a number of people for Sermon to pick out here, but it's blocked. Sebastian Young, lunge. Cedric with the tackle. Here's Dan Gosling. I just need to get this away now. Boufal has taken it off him and no foul given. Defoe could slot that through. Has done. Junior Stanislas. Good save by Anana. Corner to come in from that far side. Junior Stanislas will take it. Delivered in well. Up we go. Wesley Hurt heads away. Cedric. Fire that to Charlie Austin. It's a good touch. We find a teammate. Romeu, Lamina through the gap toward Prowse. Charlie Austin. Oh, Charlie, please. It's just not Charlie's time right now. He cannot score. For love nor money, I cannot score a goal with Charlie Austin to save my life at this moment in time. It's been weeks in game since he scored a goal, and that was the most obvious one-on-one opportunity, and he's not been able to find the corner, and the keeper makes a smart save. Asmir Begovic is a very good goalkeeper though, especially on FIFA. Promise will pull this back, looking for Charlie again, trying to show some strength. And to Ora Romeu, who can also show some strength. Get it across here to Lamina. Can we get a second before half-time? Ward-Prowse will spin. Look for Charlie, who will turn again. Oh, but he's just so slow to react to the ball. And there's the half-time whistle. We are 1-0 in front, though. That's a Carvalho. Nice turn. Picked off by Cedric though. Forward into Quincy Promise. Oh, it's a nice turn. Can I get there ahead of the defender? I can. Ward-Prowse quickly into Mario Lemina. I'll get it across here to the left-hand side. Bertram with space to run into. And the defender's closing me down. We'll get it out wide to Sofiane Buffel. Charlie Austin making a move into the middle. That's going to find Quincy Promise. Take a touch and finish. Oh, Quincy. Yes, Quincy. Yes, Quincy. Southampton 2, Bournemouth 0. 7 minutes into the second half. What a cross from Buffel. Great touch. And just gently side-footing it underneath. Asmir Begovic. Oh, he very nearly got something on it. Big goal. Big goal. 2-0. Let's give that straight to Mario Lemina. Buffel quickly into Ward-Prowse. I'll give this to Charlie. Good touch. Charlie Austin! Still can't score. Oh, Charlie, please. I don't know what's happened to him. Nathan Dyer about to come on for Bournemouth, so they're adding some pace to their attack. It's not the best of deliveries. That was actually headed by a defender and has to be tipped over the top by Begovic. I'll try and whip it perhaps towards the near post this time. And Charlie Austin's underneath that. And again, Begovic has to tip over. That was better. Let's try that again, shall we? That was a little bit closer. Oh, Charlie Austin made a different run that time and Begovic comes to claim. Mina. Ward-Prowse. Look for Charlie. Go on, Charlie. Go on, Charlie. Go on, Charlie. Go on. Go on, Charlie. I can't score with Charlie Austin. Help me. It won't. It just won't for him. It just won't. Oh, but it might now. Charlie Austin. Nice turn. Charlie. Begovic again with a save. It was a narrow angle. 25 minutes to go. Still 2-0. Great header from Wesley Hurt. Buffel brings it down. Charlie Austin. Charlie. Begovic again. Young into Junior Stanislas. Oh, I nearly stole in there. Jermaine Defoe turns well. Callum Wilson. Well claimed by Anana. I was slightly worried there. I'm going to fire this up towards Charlie Austin. Hopefully he can knock this down to a teammate. It's a great header. Justin Clover will bring it down and spin well. Spin very well. And I'll look to play in Quincy Promes, who is on a hat-trick. This is going to force him a little bit too far wide, but we'll loft it in. And Ward-Prowse heads over the bar. Clover. Let's knock that back there to Harris. Clover to Ward-Prowse. Back to Harris again. Out wide to Promes. There's James Ward-Prowse. I could do with another one. My goal difference would very much be thankful for it. Play this back and around. Justin Clover. Nice turn. And again. Cross it in. Promes on a hat-trick but won't win that header against Charlie Daniels. But that might be game momentarily. Referee, do me a favour please. Never mind. We'll win that header. No, we won't win that header. He's brought it down well. And there's the final whistle. Big 3 points. A win for Southampton for the first time in a while. And we deserved it as well. Burnley lose, but Brighton win. West Brom win. Huddersfield win against Everton, who we face next. Crystal Palace draw 1-1 with Leicester, who we face tomorrow, as well as Manchester City. Still in the relegation zone on goal difference. We're not on track. The board are unhappy about something. What one is that? I'm not. I couldn't be bothered to read it. I deleted it before I even realised what it was going to say. That's right. So we're still in the relegation zone, but only on goal difference. So let's go and beat Everton, or at least get a point. Maybe at least get a point. Huddersfield and Newcastle both relegated now, having played 36 games. Only 6 points available for both teams. They are both doomed. We actually have a game in hand on Liverpool, interestingly, and on West Brom and Stoke, whose goal difference still remains poorer than ours. So win against Everton, and we'll fly up the table with 2 games to play. Everton currently 10th. Oh, massive. Well, every game's massive right now, but this one against Everton could be even bigger than most. 4-2-3-1 for Everton. Rooney at cam, Sigurdsson wide left, Blassie wide right with Umar Niasse up top. I can't remember what happened last time I played Everton. I think it was in the Cup, wasn't it? And we won by 4-3 in the FA Cup before unceremoniously losing to Cambridge United. But we can try our best here, maybe get another win against them. Okay, into Wayne Rooney, cross here to Yannick Bolasie. John Joe Kenny to Bolasie again, driving down the line. I'll try and outmuscle him. Can't get near him, he's too fast. Kenny into Niasse, holds me off well. Rooney, back to Drissa. Everton starting on the front foot here, very much so. Caused me all sorts of problems here. Morgan Schneiderlin, the former Southampton midfielder, rifles his current team in front after just 4 minutes. Sold to Manchester United, moved on again to Everton, and top bins against Southampton. Everton 1, Southampton 0. Well, Lamina steps in well there. Go to Charlie Austin, who will hold it up well. Squeeze it round the corner for James Ward-Prowse, and he will equalise. I wanted to get it back on his right, but when I didn't quite get the turn I was after, I panicked a little bit. But we were still able to tuck it away, back on level terms. A point will take us out the relegation zone. 3 would see us fly further up the table. Here's Nias. That's a decent cross. Balassi wins it. Anana with the save, but it's an awful attempt. Wayne Rooney puts Everton back in front. Huh. And Martin Tyler says, this defence is one of the leakiest they've ever seen. Well, can I be too hard on Anana there? It was from close range, and he has done well to get a reaction save on the initial ball. Still disappointing for Rooney to be the first man to it, though. Half an hour in, we're back behind. Idrissa into Nias. So Rooney, I don't know what that attempted tackle was. Rooney, that is delicious. That is unbelievable from Wayne Rooney. 2 goals in 3 minutes for Everton. I just completely don't know what I was doing with my Yoshida there, but that is an outrageous finish from Wayne. That is Rooney of old. Rooney in his prime scoring. Oh no. Everton 3, Southampton 1. Now wide to Bertrand. I'm going to drive inside and hope that it draws John Joe Kenny towards me, which it did. Sofiane Bifal looking to drive inside. This is a good run. Look to find a teammate. James Ward... Oh, penalty. I was going to say James Ward-Prowse could finish, but Phil Jagielka gives away the spot kick. And a yellow card given to the captain today. Are they letting us back in the game? I haven't scored a penalty for a while, but it would be... Oh, it's a terrible challenge. It would be a great time to get Charlie Austin back on the score sheet. He hasn't scored in ages. Stepping up here, Charlie. I'm going to put it towards the top right, and he's going to bury it in the bottom right because I didn't put that much power on it. But Charlie Austin scores again for the first time in 7 odd games. We're back in the game at 3-2, and there's still 60 minutes left to play. That's a lie. There's still 50 minutes left to play. I can't maths. Praz into Schneidlin. Intercepted by Cedric. Promise. Ward-Prowse. Lamina. Charlie Austin is there. Space for Bifal. No, Charlie! Oh no, his first touch lets him down, and Sofiane Bifal would have been clean in behind. She's fallen over, and if it weren't for that tackle from Wesley Hurt, Sigurdsson might well have made it 4-2 there. I can't believe I didn't quite time the pass right with Charlie Austin. Just not firing on all cylinders with him right now. He may have scored the penalty, and his hold-up play generally is pretty good, but he just didn't quite do enough there. Here it's his strength that's helping him keep hold of the ball, but I have in the end lost out to Yannick Balassi. It's gone underneath the foot of Lamina. And they're coming forward again here, Everton, and into Wayne Rooney, who's now on a hat-trick, of course. Manias could cross to John Joe Kenny, into Rooney. Again, good football from Everton. Idrissa Gunagay to Schneidlin. He's not scoring again, although he's trying his best to do so. Win that header, and we'll get it away. There's the half-time whistle. 3-2 down, but still a lot to play for. Driving that in there to Nias, who spun away well. Romeo tried to just nip in there, but couldn't get there in time. Gylfi turns, but Cedric takes it off him. Go for a counter if we can. Through the gap, they're looking for Charlie Austin, but Idrissa cuts it out. Might be a good idea for a signing, Idrissa Gunagay, actually, in central midfield, but we're not necessarily looking to improve there yet. We're looking at defensive signings with regards to the actual defence. When we come to the new transfer window, Rooney out to Yannick Balassi, who has caused me all sorts of problems all game. He's been their best player to this point, Yannick Balassi. I cannot deal with him on that right-hand side to save my life. Wesley Hurt heads away, and Charlie Austin turns well. I've got James Ward-Prowse running with me, but he's got someone with him. Get it out wide here to Sofiane Bifal. In fact, it was Yannick Balassi that was with James Ward-Prowse there. Through that gap, looking for Charlie Austin again, though. Charlie in a good position. Turns inside. Charlie Austin. Charlie Austin's shot blocked, goes down. Obviously, was never going to be a foul. Joel Robles will pick up the pieces. Nice tackle by James Ward-Prowse. Ball was meant for him, but we'll give it here to Quincy Promise, who get it under control. Quincy! Good save by Joel Robles. That's the best chance we've had in the second half to this point. Probably, in fact, the only chance I can recall in the second half to this point. Worthy of note. Anyway, Good save by the Spaniard in between the sticks. We will crack on at 3-2 down still with 25 minutes left in the game. Great ball into Alejandro Gomez. Needs to be careful here, just out-muscle him. Just lean on him rather than actually sticking a foot in because... Oh, it was meant for Ryan Bertrand. Just lean on Alejandro Gomez rather than sticking a foot in because if you stick a foot in, he's got the dribbling to be able to... No! He's got the dribbling to be able to take it around you and give away a penalty. Number 9. Who's that coming off there? Is it Sandro? No. Plata. Okay, don't know who that is. Corner to come in from Gylfi Sigurdsson. No, 20 minutes to be played. I'm glad to see the back of Yannick Bolasie, I have to be honest. Get this way, please. Ward-Prowse does so. And as far as Idrissa Gana Gueye, though. Across to Phil Jagielko. Gave away the penalty earlier. If he could do the same again, that'd be great. Later in the game, Rooney to Sigurdsson. Oh, I nearly gave away a penalty myself there. Gylfi. Yoshida steps in. Nice interception. Counter-attack is on. Ward-Prowse. Turn. I can't go that way. I've got nothing on that side. I'll play this over the top. Looking for Quincy Promes. And he can get this down and get away from Prowse. Maybe. I'm trying my best to accelerate away from the defender. He's turned brilliantly. I'll drive inside. Trying to just get rid of the man that's on my shoulder. Quincy Promes has gone on a great run here, but we'll take the corner. Just about to cross that there. Finally made the decision to actually do it. Oh, dearie me. He's trying his best here, Quincy Promes. Corner's all right, but Gylfi will head away. It will drop to a Southampton player. Noel Romeu looks centrally again here. Here's Cedric around the corner. Charlie Austin with a good turn. Austin with a strike. Joel Robles with a good save. I think that was headed wide, but just to make sure, the goalkeeper made the stop. 15 minutes to go. We're still 3-2 down. Praz gives that straight to Promes, but steals it back again. Promes couldn't get it under control quickly enough for me to be able to find a teammate with a pass. Andrew Gomez has the option down the line here of Praz again into Wayne Rooney, who's on a hat-trick, waiting for the cutback. There it is. Lays it back. Alejandro Gomez over the bar. We have a minute left. Schneidling goes off. I have a minute to get myself an equaliser. I've been trying and trying and trying throughout the entirety of this second half, and it will not go into the back of the net for me. Quincy Promes with the turn here. Lay that inside there nicely to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who will look for Charlie Austin but find Ward-Prowse. Oh, Charlie. No, Charlie! Your first touch, mate! Charlie Austin's dead. He's completely died for me. I don't understand why I can't use him anymore. I haven't been able to score a goal with him from open play in so long. I don't know what's happened. He just isn't. I can't think of any other way to phrase it. He just isn't. He isn't doing anything. West Brom draw. Watford lose, which is good. Stoke draw, which is good. West Ham draw against Leicester, who we face next, but we've lost. So I will stay in the relegation zone. Liverpool on 39 points, having played a game more than me now. So if everything is if I can beat Leicester, we will go out of the relegation zone and above Liverpool and put them into the bottom 3. If. Actually, let's advance as far as that game against Leicester midweek. Oh, it's midweek! So not everyone's going to be fit. Oh, I have no idea, still, with just 2 games to go, whether we're going to stay up or not. I can't tell you what's going to happen this season. The entire year has been a complete unknown. The title race is over. Manchester United are going to win the league. Race for the top 4 is still on, though, between Arsenal and Chelsea. As you can see there, it's very tight. 2 points with 1 game to go. I am level on points with Liverpool, but behind on goal difference. If I win, I will go not above West Brom, because their goal difference is better than mine, but I will go up to 15th. But it depends what Swansea and Watford do in their games in hand. But I have to beat Leicester, because I've got Manchester City on the final day. I have to beat Leicester. That will be tomorrow. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. I'll see you next time.